Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Rosaiah, His Excellency, the Governor of Tamil Nadu, the distinguished members of the selection jury, the awardees, and all other guests present here. On behalf of the trustees and chairman of Mahaveer Foundation, I extend a hearty welcome to you all to the presentation of 15th Mahaveer Awards for excellence in human endeavor in the chosen fields. We begin this evening's program with prayer, followed by Tamil Thalvarthu. I request the audience to stand for prayer. Prayer by Mrs. Nirmala. Arihantanam Om Namo Sitanam Om Namo Ayariyanam Om Namo Ajayanam Namo Loye Savasahunam Eso Panchanamo Karo Savapavapanasano Mangalanancha Savesim Padamam Havai Mangalam Om Namo Arihantanam. Please stand for Tamil Thalvarthu also. Please be seated now.
Your Excellency, members of selection jury, 15th Mahaveer Awardees, distinguished invitees, members of the media, visitors. I feel that I was standing before a distinguished audience such as this only a couple of days back, talking about the 14th Mahaveer Awards. But it has been a year since I had welcomed a similar audience for the 14th Mahaveer Awards. Time flies, and I am again having the privilege of welcoming such an audience for the 15th Mahaveer Awards. We are privileged to have in our midst today a devoted servant of nation who has distinguished himself in various areas of public life for a long time. Dr.K. Rosaiah is an illustrious son of India and has been a minister in Andhra Pradesh, handling various ministries for over 3 decades and also functioned as its chief minister. He has presented the state budget for 16 times and has also introduced the state budget for 7 times continuously, a record in the country. He has already proved himself a very popular governor in Tamil Nadu. We are grateful to you, sir, for having agreed to be in our midst and give away the awards today. On behalf of the foundation, I extend to you a very warm welcome. Though most of us may be aware of the Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation's activities, let me briefly outline that. The awards have been created for identifying and nurturing excellence in human endeavor in various walks of life, such as non-violence and vegetarianism, education and medicine, and community and social service. Till recently, there were 3 awards, each carrying a cash component of ₹5 lakhs. The foundation has also so far given away 39 awards spread out over 13 states of the country. We have been receiving a huge response, some of the nominees extending invaluable service for the cause of the poor. The members of the jury, more often than not, had difficulty in selecting the final awardees. Encouraged by the increasing numbers of nominations, it has been decided to increase from the last year onwards the number of awards from 3 to 4 bifurcating the awards for education and medicine into two separate ones, one each for medicine and education. Further, the foundation has doubled the cash component from rupees 5 lakhs to rupees 10 lakhs from the year 2011. We have had a bit of welcome news in this regard. The Government of India has issued a notification recently exempting the cash component of this award, namely rupees 10 lakhs, in the hands of the awardees from payment of income tax. So that they are free to use this amount fully to expand the depth and extent of their activities. The details of the current year's awards are available in the brochure, which will be available to you shortly, as well as in the citation to be read out a little later. I wish to place before you all that the selection is completely objective and has gained widespread credibility from all the sections of the society. The nominations are sought from all over the country through information in newspapers, national and regional, besides through over 10,000 letters addressed to eminent persons in public life, such as ministers, MPs, vice chancellors, senior civil servants, media, social workers, and industrialists, to cite a few. The selection jury has put in extraordinary efforts in meticulously selecting the awardees. The foundation places on record its sincere thanks and warmest regards to the chairman of the selection jury, Justice Sri M.N. Venkatachalaya, former Chief Justice of India, and other members of the selection jury, namely Sri Deepchand Gadi, Baratla, Puja Acharya Sri Chandanaji Maharaj, an eminent sannyasini and a social reformer, Dr. Sri D.R. Mehta, ex-chairman, Securities and Exchange Board of India, Professor B.M. Hegde, chairman, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Mangalore Kendra, Mangalore, Professor M.S. Swaminathan, MP and Chairman Emeritus, M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation, Chennai, Sri T.S. Krishnamurthy, Chief Election Commissioner of India, retired, and Sri S. Gurumurthy, journalist and writer from Chennai. Recently, Sri Prabhat Kumar, IAS, retired, and former Cabinet Secretary, Government of India, has kindly agreed to join selection jury. I take this opportunity to convey my heartfelt thanks to the members of the jury for their efforts and patience in finalizing the awards. I extend a hearty welcome to them. Last year, I had drawn attention to the fact that all the members of my family have extended a very warm support not only to this project but also certain other projects associated with Sugal Group, which are implementing as part of their corporate social responsibility. These include the running of free eye and dental camps in remote rural areas of Tamil Nadu throughout the year, running of these free schools in Triplicane providing quality education at modest rates and fees, and a diagnostic center having comprehensive facilities for investigation at reasonable rates. I would like to take this opportunity to inform this gathering that in addition to the existing X-ray ultrasound scan facilities, we are planning to have CT scan facilities in the near future. All our efforts would be in vain but for the nominees whose selfless work makes our work worthwhile. These entities are working under very difficult conditions in harsh terrain without certain basic facilities such as electricity and even drinking water. All that are expected in return from the beneficiaries is occasionally a smile in acknowledgement of the services provided to them. The fact that more and more organizations have recognized the offer of awards by Mahaveer Foundation is proved by the fact that more than 400 nominations have already been received for the next year's awards. These are being evaluated and will be finalized in due course. We would like to place on record our grateful thanks to the sponsors who have spent time and effort in identifying these individuals and institutions and sending us nominations. I would like to mention in passing, some of the awardees have been little peeved at their not getting recognition even though their cases have been sponsored by VIPs. This only goes to show that the distinguished selection jury had gone only by the quality and extent of service rendered by the NGOs rather than on the status of the sponsors. Many of the nominees who have come closer to being selected for the awards have taken up their task willingly and without any expectation of a reward, which itself gives them immense satisfaction. However, the Foundation would like to place on record our humble thanks to them on behalf of the entire community for the quality services being rendered by them. You would notice that on the cover page of the award day brochure, a photograph of my late father has been incorporated. I had allowed this with the greatest reluctance, but the person figuring in the photograph was an embodiment of self-effacement. I have only known from his friends of his hidden good deeds which were really kept unrevealed even to the other members of his family. Let me assure the audience that whatever little I and my family members were able to do, or attempting to do, or hoping to do, owes its origin and motivation to the values of my late father, nurtured over the years. Though unsophisticated and possibly never knowing that a sophisticated term such as empathy, his feelings and actions towards those in need describe him. Even in days relative penury, he rarely turned away persons in need without offering solace and a helping hand. I felt that I should devote to him at least this bit of thanksgiving by recognizing his philosophy of life by inserting his photograph on the cover page of the brochure. Once again, I extend a hearty welcome to the members of the public, my friends, colleagues, as also the members of the media. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the members of the Foundation's family who have put in remarkable work in the entire process of evaluation. Once again, I extend to you, sir, a very hearty welcome and grateful thanks for your being here today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Sri Ramesh N. Damani to garland and Sri Javantraji Bandari to offer a shot to Professor B. M. Hegde, Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Mangalore Kingdom. Thank you, sir. May I now request Sri Dilip Kumar Shankar to garland and Sri Hemant Jain to offer a shawl to Sri Gurumurthy. Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor B. M. Hegde to deliver the presidential address.
Very good evening, everybody. Your Excellency, Dr. Rosaiah, the Governor of Tamil Nadu, my good friend Sugal Jain, who is the man who runs the whole show, and my good friends Gurumurthy Sahab and Krishnamurthy, members of the Sugal Chand family, and my distinguished members of the Madras fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press. Alexander Forbes, in whose name the rich people's list comes every year, had written this beautiful sentence which applies to Sugal Chand so beautifully. He said, life is not just to get rich, but life is to enrich others in the world. What a beautiful statement, and that's exactly what Sugal Chand has been doing in life. Instead of writing it, he is doing it in action. Even according to our own scriptures, it's in giving that you get. The Tena Tyaktena Bunjitaha Ishoparisha says, rejoice in giving, enjoy in giving, and it's in giving that you get. And you enlighten yourself, you enrich yourself by giving it to others. And I must congratulate Sugal Chandji and his family members, because the younger generation usually are not that generous as the older generation is, but his sons are so good and they're overreaching and they're better than their father. They want to outdo their father. And so the whole family is with him, and that's a great thing, and it's a blessing God has given Sugal Chandji. May God bless all of them. Now, as a doctor and a cardiologist, I must tell you, friends, that's in giving that you improve your health. Today, quantum physics tells us that we are all one. We are just one, and there is no matter, and we are all energy. And each time you help another person, you help yourself. Each time you hurt another person, you are hurting a part of your own body. And this is the essence of all kinds of things. When you hurt others, you get an illness, which I call as social autoimmune disease. You have an autoimmune disease where your own body destroys your body. But here, if you destroy others, it destroys you in some other way. Here is an opportunity for all of us, because in this world, which is full of, the whole world is a drama, work like it, as the science calls it, or Maya as they call it. I was talking to Gurumurthy a little while ago. In the olden days, we used to see actors only on the stage, but today we see actors in every sphere of human activity. So when the world is so corrupt and so bad, when mankind is getting, losing hope on the future of mankind, here is a man who is helping others and showing a way to mankind. It's this kind of people we want more and more in this world. Now the awardees, let me congratulate you. Godspeed, good luck. Let me assure you that this is probably the best award that you can get in this world. To let a secret out, even the Nobel Prize has lobbying behind it, but not the Sugalchand's Mahaveer Award. If you see this time's Nobel Prize, everything is business connected. Medicine Nobel Prize is connected to the stem cell business, which of course is a falling business, but anyways. Even in physics, it's the computer business. So everywhere it is business that's being promoted in all these spheres of activity. But here is Sugalchand Award, which has no strings attached, and I can assure you, having been on the jury for a number of years now, that we don't have any sort of influence or lobbying for this award at all. We might have missed some good people, because they are probably not seen. It happens in every sphere of activity. Even the poet wrote, "Full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark unfathomed caves of ocean way. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen, and wastes its sweetness in the desert air." All the same, Krishnamurti Saab does a very, very elaborate job of collecting all the data, going and checking it, authenticating it, and reporting it back, shortlisting the thing, and telling us. And it's a very tough job to select, because almost all of them are good. They're almost good, and slightly some people are better than the others. So it's a very hard job, and we have been doing it. Actually, our chairman should have been here. Justice Venkatacharya, one of the most authentic human beings in this country. Unfortunately, for small minor problems, he couldn't be here, and I am a very bad stepney for Justice Venkatacharya to share the days as the chairperson of this August gathering. Let me at the end pray God Almighty to bless all of us, especially the awardees, to do better work. And those who have not got the awards, to get inspiration from these awardees to do better, because society does recognize authenticity and good work. Let me thank Sugalchand and his family for giving me this opportunity, and also the opportunity of looking at the data of people who have really done great service to the country. May God bless all of us.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words of appreciation. Bhagwan Mahaveer Awards are presented to those selfless souls, the dedicated humanitarians whose sole aim is to serve the society. The awardees are honored with a citation, a check for ₹10 lakhs, and a memento each. Ms. Payal Jain will now read the citation, honoring Dr.Chiranjee Bagra for excellence in human endeavour in the sphere of non-violence and vegetarianism, and Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences for excellence in human endeavour in the sphere of education. Ms. Payal Jain.
Dr. Chiranjee Bagra, Kolkatta. The 66-year-old nominee, Dr. Chiranjee Bagra, Kolkatta, has been rendering yeoman service to vegetarianism and non-violence since many decades. He is holding important responsibilities in various NGOs like the Indian Federation of Ahimsa organizations. He has widely travelled, participated in national and international seminars, conferences, and represented India in World Vegetarian Congress thrice at USA, Thailand, and Canada. He is instrumental in getting cancelled around 60,000 proposed slaughterhouses in rural areas. He has authored many books like Vegetarianism in Life, Indian Cattle Wealth, besides editing Vegetarian Guide and Disha Board. Further, he has won a number of awards, including National Unity Award, Ahimsa International Award, and Ahimsa Ratna. The Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation is privileged to confer the 15th Mahaveer Award on Dr. Chiranjee Bagra in recognition of his yeoman service to non-violence and vegetarianism. Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, Orissa. In 1993, Dr. Achyuta Samantha, aged 47 years, had set up the Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences at Bhubaneswar, Orissa, with 125 tribal students. Today, this institution has grown into a world-class university. As a model institution of our nation, currently about 15,500 underprivileged tribal children are provided education, accommodation, food, healthcare, study material, clothing, vocational training, including games and computer education, all free of cost. It runs various courses in a large building of about 6 lakh square feet and a library in around 15,000 square feet. 2 computer labs where 600 students can work at a time, and a 100-bedded in-house medical facility are also available. A solar water heating system and a solar power plant take care of its cooking and electricity requirements. Promoting earn while you learn discipline among students, vocational training is made compulsory. Against the state result of about 69%, 90% result is regularly achieved here in Class 10 board examinations and 85% in Plus 2 board examinations. Despite its annual expenditure of around Rs 14 crores, it is setting up a fully free residential school for tribal children in Chhattisgarh. About 50,000 tribal people are already benefited due to the education and vocational training imparted through the institution. It is working in association with UNICEF, UNESCO, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and Hanseko University, etc. The services rendered by this institution have brought down exploitation of poor tribals considerably. The Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation is honored to confer the 15th Mahaveer Award in the field of education on Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences in recognition of its services, hoping that it would inspire many others to emulate the institute.
Thank you, Ms. Pal. I now invite Dr. Chiranjee Bagra to receive the award from His Excellency, the Governor of Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. to receive the award from His Excellency, Governor of Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. Ms. Shraddha will now read the citation honoring Dr. Sinha for excellence in human endeavor in the sphere of
modern facilities with the cooperation of his doctor friends. The treatment provided here is all free of cost and 90% of patients are tribals. Doctors from the hospital are going to the villages for conducting medical camps. Dr. Anant Sinha's wife is also working here as an ENT surgeon. The hospital has recorded, as on 31/1/2012, a total admission of over 8,700 patients and have performed over 7,500 operations. He has so far performed more than 1,000 reconstructive surgeries for the leprosy afflicted and has also been the main cause in bringing in USA's Smile Train funds to successfully carry out over 5,000 left palate operations in Jharkhand rural areas during the past 5 years. The Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation is pleased to confer the 15th Mahaveer Award in the field of medicine on Dr. Anant Sinha. Ramakrishna Mission Hospital, Arunachal Pradesh. Established in 1979 by Swami Pratmananda, Ramakrishna Mission Hospital is currently the lifeline for healthcare at Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh, with all facilities where free services to the needy is extended. It is being run by the monks of the Ramakrishna Mission, and the beneficiaries are from the remote parts of Arunachal Pradesh and neighboring districts of Assam. It has a mobile medical unit with an eye section and has treated over 8,500 patients, besides running a school of nursing. Since the last 3 years alone, it has handled about 240 lakhs outdoor patients and over 10,000 indoor patients, mostly from the tribal population. The 200-bedded hospital, now situated on 26 acres of land leased by the government, serves as a referral hospital for the whole of the state. The government has constructed a helipad within the hospital premises to help in airlifting critically ill patients to other major hospitals for further treatment and to bring patients from the interior parts of the area. The Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation proudly confers the 15th Mahaveer Award in the field of community and social service to honor Ramakrishna Mission Hospital in recognition of its pioneering services, envisaging that it would inspire others to emulate this organization.
Thank you, Shraddha. I now invite Dr. Anant Sinha to receive the award from His Excellency, the Governor of Tamil Nadu. To receive the award from His Excellency, the Governor of Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. May I now request His Excellency to release the awards deed brochure. The first copy of the brochure. Thank you, sir. May I now request His Excellency to address the gathering.
Professor B.M. Hegde, Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bangalore, Canada, Member of Jury. Sri N. Subulchan Jain, Managing Trustee, Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation. Sri S. Gurumurthy, Member of Jury. Sri P.V. Krishnamurthy, Advisor, Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation. Recipients of awards, Office bearers and members of Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation, jury members, distinguished invitees, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I congratulate Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation for instituting the Mahaveer Awards for excellence in human endeavor in the fields of non-violence and vegetarianism, education, medicine, community and social service. It's a pleasure to present the Mahaveer Awards and address this distinguished gathering here this evening. Instituting an award may be easy, but it's the fair and unbiased selection of awardees, mainly the deserving individuals and befitting institutions that carry a good reputation and high image for the organization or trust which has instituted the awards. I congratulate the Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation and the jury for selection of appropriate persons and institutions for the 15th Mahaveer Awards for excellence in human endeavor in various fields. I am happy to learn that so far 39 awards valuing 2.15 crore have been given to various individuals and institutions for their distinguished service. India is a home to many religions. Religions may be different, but the path is one. Whether we worship in temple, pray in a mosque, or kneel down in a church, we are all one, and our religion is high above all religions. It's the religion of humanity. Our path should be towards the path of sincerity, true living, and following ahimsa and non-violence. Jainism is one of the oldest living religions of India. Jainism states that proper knowledge of reality when combined with right faith and right conduct, leads the soul to liberation. Bhagavan Mahaveer propounded 5 virtues: non-violence, ahimsa; truth, that is satya; non-stealing, achurya; continence of chastity; and non-violence, possessiveness, aparigraha. Bhagavan Mahaveer, one of the most illustrious and honored saints of Indian civilization, preached to lead a life with excellent values of non-violence and ahimsa as a way of life, and his advocacy of complete detachment from likes and dislikes have been accepted all over the world. Bhagavan Mahaveer and other saints have stated that while it is proper and at times necessary to garner wealth, we should limit our accumulations to a level regulated by our needs. All our saints have advocated that every human being should make it a point to give a helping hand to all those in need. Sri Dr.Chiranjee, who has instituted the Mahaveer Awards with cash prizes worth 10 lakhs each to identify, encourage, and nurture those engaged in serving the people, deserves commendation. I am pleased to learn that nearly 400 entities are nominated for the Mahaveer Awards every year. Vegetarianism has been scientifically established as a means of avoiding diseases such as heart attack, hypertension, and the like. Non-violence has been a credo of the major religions of the country over thousands of years. The concept of non-violence and the regard for life is accepted by all religions of the world. The great epic Mahabharata states, consider all creatures of the world as your friend. See all beings as yourself. Thou shalt not kill is one of the 10 commandments in the Bible. Sikhism says, do not wish evil for anyone. This is non-violence of thought. Do not speak harshly of anyone. This is non-violence of speech. The ideal of non-violence is universal. The edict of Hinduism and Jainism reveal ahimsa paramo dharma, non-violence as the supreme virtue. India is well known for the efforts in the fields of medicine and education through individuals and institutions who have become well known for their contribution in their respective fields. I congratulate the recipients of 15th Mahaveer Awards, Sri Chennai Bagra, Kolkatta, Non-Violence and Vegetarianism, Kalinga Institute of Social Science, Orissa, Education, Dr. Anant Sinha, Ranchi, Jharkhand Medicine, and Ramakrishna Mission Hospital, Nagar, Arunachal Pradesh, Community and Social Service. I am sure these awards will not only motivate the individuals, but will also be a source of inspiration for others to attain excellence in human endeavor in their fields. I convey my warm felicitations to Sri Dr.Chiranjee, Managing Trustee, the office bearers and members of Mahaveer Foundation, and to the jury members. I wish Bhagavan Mahaveer Foundation all success in its endeavors. I conclude with the words. Practice of virtues leads to upliftment of the individual and the society. Let us propagate the non-violence, truthful living, compassion and high virtues among the people and pass on the rich legacy to the younger generation. My greetings to all of you. Jai.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the values propagated by Lord Mahaveer and the significance of the Mahaveer Awards. I now request Professor Hegde to present a memento to the Chief Guest, Dr. Rosaiah, His Excellency, the Governor of Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. May I now request His Excellency to present the mementos to the members of the jury. Professor B.M. Hegde. Shri S. Gurumurthy. Thank you, sir. I now request Shri S. Prasanjan, Trustee of Bhagwan Mahaveer Foundation, to propose the vote of thanks.
The pleasant task of proposing the vote of thanks has fallen to me. On behalf of the Foundation, I have the privilege of conveying our grateful thanks to His Excellency for having consented to be with us today and give away the awards. On behalf of the Foundation, the selection jury and the awardees, I take the opportunity of thanking His Excellency. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank the members of the selection jury who are present here today after having completed the arduous task of selecting the awardees. Apart from doing excellent work in the field, the awardees have come over from faraway places in the country to receive the awards. I would like to convey our heartfelt thanks for the trouble taken by them. I would also like to place on record our deepest appreciation and thanks to the sponsors who have taken the trouble of sending nearly 300 nominations for this award. I am thankful to the authorities of the hall for their cooperation in making available of the hall for function. I am also thankful to the officers of the Raj Bhavan for their cooperation in finalizing the nuts and bolts of the program. I am thankful to the members of the press who are present here to cover the function. I am sure this presence here and the coverage of the function would lead to great encouragement to the various entities who are engaged in serving the fellow men without any consideration of reward. I am thankful to the police authorities for ensuring the smooth management of the evening. I am also thankful to the members of the staff of the Foundation and the schools managed by the Vidya Jyoti Trust for making this function a grand success. Of course, my thanks also goes to a large number of visitors who have come here to grace the occasion, but for whose encouragement our task would have gone in vain. Thank you once again. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. I now invite the awardees, the jury members and the trustees. Please stand for national anthem. I now invite the awardees, the jury members and the trustees to come to the stage for a photograph with His Excellency, Governor of Tamil Nadu.
Lal Bagra, coming from Kalinga. For the last more than 2 decades, I am doing work for the cause of Ahimsa, Jivdaya, Sakahar, Jainism, and all the social activities. Initially, I got engaged with the Indian Vegetarian Congress and then started working for this cause. Since we believe in Ahimsa, Sakar is one part of it, Jivdaya is one part of it, but it's a very complicated subject. So many branches, divisions, and things are to be looked after. Organic farming is one, cattle is one part, meat and meat export, this is another problem we are facing. So I decided to have a networking of all the Ahimsa related job doing organizations and founded this Indian Federation of Ahimsa organizations. Here only the NGOs are enrolled and more than 350 NGOs working across the country are our members. With this, I become member in the Planning Commission at the time of 10th 5-year plan. I was a subcommittee member to decide on the meat policy. It was a 7-member branch. 6 members were slaughterhouse owners. Al-Kabir was there, Al-Lana was there, Hind Agro was there. And somehow I joined there to put the voice of Ahimsa there. It was for the first time it could be done because of at that time Sri K.C. Pantji was a deputy chairman of the Planning Commission, and so we got success to get enrolled into it. And by putting a 165 days written protest note, I was instrumental in getting the total policy of 56,000 new slaughterhouse project rejected. So it's a big achievement. Allana was forming one slaughterhouse at Kolkatta, Moligram. That also I fought at High Court level, then at Supreme Court level. We are having so many PILs in the Supreme Court. I am managing trustee of Karuna International in Delhi. I am managing trustee of Bharatiya Cattle Resource Development Foundation in Delhi. I am national president of the All India Jain Patra Association, Patra Sampadak Sangh. I am having this about medicine for the last 2 decades. So this way, the total concept of Ahimsa I am taking forward, and with this, thank you very much.
Ms. Swami Vishweshanand, I represent Ramakrishna Mission Hospital in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh. It's a 220-bed hospital. We have almost all the modern facilities as far as possible, like the CT scan and MRI and things like that. But we don't have many super specialities because it's very difficult to get people from outside to convince them to stay there in a place like that. It becomes difficult. I would like to say only one thing in this piece of talk, that there is a philosophy behind our seva. This seva is not an ordinary seva, a service, as we usually understand. This philosophy started when Sri Ramakrishna was alive. One day in Dakshineshwar, where he used to live, there were many devotees, and Bhagavad part was going on. During the part, there was a passage which the reader was explaining. Like, you should have, I'm sorry, I'm not contradicting him or anything. This is what happened in reality. There was a passage which said that you should have daya on jivas. Sri Ramakrishna's living style was such that whenever he heard the name of Lord or anything related to the Lord, he used to go in samadhi. That's the highest existential state for a human being. But of course, Sri Ramakrishna, we don't regard him as a human being. In that state, he said, who are you to show daya to the jivas? Jivas should be worshipped as manifestation of Shiva. That is your duty. As a human being, you cannot show daya to anybody. Daya is out of your, only God can show daya. As a human being, you will have to show the worship, the jiva, as a manifestation of Shiva. Swami Vivekananda, at that time known as Narendranath, was there. He heard that, came out and was talking with his colleagues, saying that today evening I heard something that is going to have a wonderful message for the whole of the world. I do not know how many people understood this, but we will definitely implement it, interpret it in a way that it is going to benefit the society. That is how the twin ideals of Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission came up. Atmano mokshartham jagat hitaya cha. There is one's own salvation and the welfare of the society, because in English you cannot interpret it in any other way. The want of right words, you will have to say welfare of the society, but this is the actual philosophy behind our service. So we are very, very thankful to Sri Sugalchand and the managing trustees and the jury of the selection committee that the Ramakrishna Mission's hospital's service was recognized. It is in the sense that it is not the money that is attached to it. You know, we are all Swamis, Sannyasis. We don't attach much importance to that. But this will bring us to the knowledge of more and more people who can come to us and get the benefit. Like we have a Swamiji here who is running the Madras students home, Ramakrishna Mission students home, which is absolutely free. Students from very poor families, students from orphan families are being given shelter there, educated there. Ramakrishna Mission is doing a lot of work all around the country. I take this opportunity because we wear this colored cloth. We always call ourselves as patented beggars. With folded hands, I appeal to all of you who are philanthropic minded to help us out in any way that is possible. We'll be thankful for that.
Imagine I could be receiving an award from anywhere because I do not have any connections whatsoever in this world, either politics or the government service. So this award definitely means a lot to me. I still don't know why this was given to me, but I can tell you what I am doing. I am a rebel in this field of medicine. Most of you may not like the idea what I am going to say, but medicine is being now controlled by corporate houses. Unfortunately, in this control, the treatment part becomes the last priority and the financial part becomes the topmost priority. The first week of every month, what is being seen is the balance sheet and the turnover of the hospital in terms of finances. How many patients have been treated usually is the last statement. We were keen to reverse this balance sheet. I tried my level best, unfortunately could not get away with anything. After spending about 8 years in Ranchi, I thought I'll gather a few of my colleagues and start something of my own. The corporates get a leadway only because they have the financial capital to give you the facilities. But we are hired to work as technicians there. So we thought, why don't we start owning the facilities so that we can do our job peacefully, and who is deserving it more than anybody else. So we began this hospital. The first people to help me were the Smile Train USA, you must have heard the name. Smile Train USA is one of the largest charities in the world. They sponsor free cleft lip and surgery, about 70 countries, and I am their partner in Jharkhand. So I began my hospital on October 23rd, 2008, and from 1st November they gave me the Smile Train. So you have a very strong weapon to do whatever you want to do. Suddenly when we have the hospital, you realize how much more you can do for the society if you have your own free way. If you go for a camp, you see 20 patients of cleft lip and palate, and you see about 7 more with either post-burn deformity or a very bad scar on the face. A girl of about 25-30 years not getting married only because she had somebody acid on her face. We picked up these people. They came along with the same bunch to the hospital. And believe me, we took some money from them, whatever they could give it to us. It could be anything between 500 to 5,000. So that nothing is free in my hospital. First, if you modify the host, nothing is free. You have to pay something to the hospital. And everybody can afford to pay at least 500 to the hospital, however poor you are. And believe me, all of them paid. This opened new chapters in my hospital. Slowly other doctors who were keen to work with me joined me. Today we have a team of about 12 specialists only. You don't want to have a big crowd, so that if you have a bigger crowd, then there's more confusion, less amount of work. And if you have larger work, then the quality also goes down. The stress in our hospital, which is called Dev Kamal Hospital, let me do this honor also saying this. My dad is called Devendra, my mother was Kamala, she is no more. I combined their names and made it into a Dev Kamal Hospital. And since you put your parents' name, as you all have put your father's name on the brochure also, it becomes your moral responsibility to ensure that there is no unethical work being done in that place. Every morning when I enter the hospital with a small prayer, Bhagwan, aaj koi galti na ho. Second thing, help me stick to what this hospital has been made for. And I think 364 days, I don't go wrong. One of these days definitely go wrong because we are human beings. That's the whole issue of this hospital. We were lucky enough to be nominated by the Deputy Commissioner of Jharkhand, who is a big fan of our hospital. He's a very honest man, and he'll never become the Chief Secretary because he's a very honest man, you all know that. He put a very strongly recommended note on my application form. We had a Mr. Rajan, I suppose he's missing today. Just took him about 2 hours to decide that I deserve this award. He went back, we forgot about when he had come also. Suddenly he got a telephone call from Mr. Krishnamurthy, that this award is yours. Now, let me tell you one thing. July, when this came out in the press, this award was being given to me, my life has taken a complete turnaround. Not because of the money involved. The money is going to my own trust called Friends of Dev Kamal. Not meant for me. But people began to take me a little more seriously thanks to your foundation.
Thank all the awardees. You see, as somebody said, it's very easy to donate money, but it's very difficult to put it to proper use. Of course, I don't think Mr. Chiranjee will agree with me, but still, it's very difficult to put money to proper use, and these people are doing. Yeah, and as Swamiji said, they are beggars. Well, we are not giving any charity, but we view them as manifestations of a human being, glorified human being, serving other people. They don't get any rewards. What does one get in Itanagar or even Jharkhand? course, Jharkhand has present come to 5 it, by the way. Anyway, I have it's a great pleasure to thank all the awardees for having come and honor us by accepting this award. And of course, I will also thank all the invitees here. And I will not like to stand any more between them and a nice dinner. Welcome. So I end up thanking once again everybody and welcoming all of you. Thank you.